your girl Razia J, and I'm back with another video. If this is your very first time landing on any of my videos, I ask that you just watch my video, and if you like what I'm talking about, leave me a thumbs up, drop me some comments, some bars down below so we can interact with each other, and then subscribe and hit that notification bell. If you're already subscribed, I want to say thank you so much for your support, the love, the DMs, everything that you guys have said to me or sent to me really inspires me to continue making these videos. So thank you so much for the support, and if you haven't already hit that notification bell, hit it. What are you waiting for? You don't want to miss my next upload. So guys, this video today is all about preparing my mind, my pockets, and just my life for starting grad school. So if you want to know more about what I'm doing to prepare myself, stay tuned. So guys, yes, classes start for me in about 2.5 weeks, and I'm super excited for where my life is going, especially as a new grad school student. I'm not gonna lie that the anxiety started sneaking its way in, and I started panicking about how my school schedule would work with the life that I currently live. And I'm super excited to say that I took a break. As you guys know, if you didn't watch that video, I'm gonna link it right here in the cards. The video about knowing when to take a break and how to execute that. I took a break, and that break was heaven sent. It gave me an opportunity to refresh, to get my mind right, to think about how I'm gonna get my pockets right, and also just to have an opportunity to soak up everything that it is to be a mom and a wife and all those things. It gave me an opportunity just to be who I am called to be. So I was able to be a bomb wife, I hope, and an even better mom to my 2 kids during this break. But the break is coming to an end really soon. So guys, in about 2.5 weeks, classes start. Fordham recommends that you start reading a little bit earlier so you're not behind. So for me, because of that highly recommended tip, classes start for me, in my mind, in about a week. And I'm super excited to share with you guys what I'm doing to prepare. One of the first things I started to do was looking for ways to fund my education and my lifestyle expenses. So this summer, I got myself a part-time job, and I have been saving my coins. Not necessarily to pay for school, but to pay for all the little things that comes with being a student with no job and having an internship. So whether that's gas, lunch money, a little bit of extra pocket money, money to pay for my kids to go to after school or any extracurricular while I have to focus on studying and internship, I was trying to secure that bag. So that is one of the first things I did to prepare myself for my grad school semester. One of the second things I really did was I found a way to streamline my schedule, and I started it about a week ago, where I'm starting to get my children and myself in a routine where I'm in bed at a certain time so that I'm able to wake up the next morning ready and prepared. Also, when I was looking into my class schedule, I made sure that I picked a schedule to the best of my ability when it came my chance to register that worked with my life. Did this camera turn off? I hope this camera didn't. That worked with my life. So one of the things that I really did was simply I started looking for ways to make my kids go to sleep at a certain time so that I was in bed by a certain time so that I can wake up at a certain time. For me, my schedule is I have Saturday classes and a Wednesday class. I really wanted my classes to be in the week between Tuesday and Thursday, but I did not luck out that way. And I'm hoping that for the spring semester, I'm able to get the classes that way so that I have my weekend just to be without having to worry about anything. Something else that I started to do, guys, was really incorporate ways of meditating and really just calming myself, because I'm naturally an anxious person. So when I started to think about all the things that I had to do, classwork, exams, internship, clients, I started to psych myself out before the process even started. So I had to really just take a deep breath and calm myself down. There was something that I wanted to show you guys, but I forgot it. So I'm just gonna have to tell you, I purchased a planner, and I made sure that this planner that I purchased had hourly increments so that I can strategize my day and make sure that it's going according to plan. I know that things happen and we have to give a little bit of buffer room, but if you plan, you're able to effectively execute things. And I felt like that was something that I needed to do to prepare for graduate school. Another thing that I did, like, to be honest, I started purchasing like notebooks and school supplies. I know it's very easy to be like, okay, I'm going to school online. I don't need anything but my laptop or my iPad. But I knew that if I wanted to retain any information, that I needed to make sure that I had some study material in physical form that I could write and take some notes down so that the things that I'm learning could stick. So I bought some notebooks. I brought some pretty pens. I don't know about you, but pens is my love language. So I bought some pretty pens so that I could just motivate myself to be prepared for class. I bought some pretty gel highlighters, and I think the company that I bought them from was Mr. Pen. I don't know, I've never heard about that company. I was just on Amazon looking for like creative journaling markers, and they came up, and I got the markers and the highlighters, and I'm super excited to start using them. I got my planner, I got pens, I got notebooks. Something else that I'm doing to prepare myself for this graduate school semester, and guys, this is the most serious thing ever. I am taking mental breaks. So I'm literally checking out and doing mindless things because I know that my mind is about to be on 10,000 and I really just need to not think about anything. I also started creating SMART goals for myself so that I'm not overwhelmed. I started thinking about like what my end goal is for this program and then working myself backwards so that I can have a goal for each month. So in my planner, I started writing out the goal for each month. For September, my goal is something like get into the hang of this new routine. So it's basically telling myself that I have the month of September to get into the hang of the new routine. And that routine for me is a big adjustment. Both of my kids are going to school full time. I am interning. I may potentially have clients, and I am going to be in a very rigorous program. So that routine and solidifying it in the month of September is very important to me. So that was something that was really important to me, was creating these SMART goals so that I could prepare my mind for what is to come. Another thing I started doing as well to prepare myself for grad school was really just thinking about how I want my classes to go. I know for some people you didn't really have a say-so in what classes you picked or the time that you meet, but for me, I really started to think like a week ago or 2 weeks ago when I registered how I wanted my classes to go, and I made sure that I picked the classes that worked well for me. So I did have to take a research class. So my second class that I'm taking for the first section of fall is a community service class, and I think that it will balance itself out. Something that is a little bit more chilled, laid back, relaxed, and another class that's a little bit more high-paced and high-sprung. That's something that I did. I also have started looking for my textbooks. I don't know about you guys, but I do not enjoy paying the cost, paying full price for textbooks. So I started looking for my textbooks on Chegg, and I think it's like Big Words or something like that, to see if there's a way for me to get them without having to get them through Barnes & Noble, because they're really, really pricey. So I think some of the things that you can do if you are a new grad student and you're preparing for graduate school in your first semester, ask questions, buy your supplies before classes start, create a schedule that you can work with, whether that's having a set wake up time and a set going to sleep time, whether that's having a set amount of time to do your schoolwork, and also just giving yourself an opportunity to just relax and woosah before everything starts going. The last thing that I want to share that I did personally to prepare for my graduate school program was I got a designated area in my house that is just for me. I purchased a desk, a comfortable chair, I got some nice little inspirational things to put on the wall. I'll show you guys that area once it's all completed, but I was able to do that just to give myself a designated space for me to do schoolwork. And that's going to be the area that my kids won't mess around with. It's going to be an area that's just for me. I also purchased a brand new computer because I just felt like I needed to make sure that I have the tools in place for me to just succeed. And I think that's one of the important things to think about when you're going into grad school or undergrad or any type of higher education, do I have the tools that I need to succeed? I love my MacBook, but I knew that I needed a little bit more space, and I knew that I wanted a designated area. Having a laptop caused me to create these habits of working from anywhere or doing my schoolwork anywhere. And that wasn't productive in the past, so I just wanted to make sure that whatever I was doing in the future was productive. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video on how I am preparing for my first semester at Fordham University. I also have a new student orientation that is next week, I believe, and I also meet with my success advisor in about the next 2 weeks to really map out my SMART goals so that she can make sure that I'm getting them done and I'm meeting the goals that I have set in place for myself in my future career. So I definitely hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you are preparing for grad school, let me know how you're preparing down below, and if there's anything that you guys did especially for this season just to get your mind right and how it's going for you. Until next time, peace, love, and Jesus.